I'm excited to be here also. You know what I mean? Had to come on here and, leave you with a little bit of merch. Everybody get your merch.
Word. Thank you, bro.
That's for you, bro.
I appreciate this for real.
But,
yeah. I'm going to have so you have a website and like Instagram and all that?
Yep.
I'll put all that in the description, man, for everyone to see.
Appreciate it. That's what I'm all about, bro. I'm all about supporting everybody, especially the locals, you know what I mean? And just like you said, growing. Like a lot of people think that you gotta go with yourself and you gotta grow individually, but there's a saying, it's like if you want to grow fast, you grow alone, but if you want to go far, you go together.
Mulberry.
So, man, you ready or what? Here. There you go.
Hey.
Huh? You want to be the first word? Speak. Oh, come on. You gonna be shy today?
And the big light is on.
Come on, speak. Oh, you're being a baby today, man. You did it like the last 3 in a row. All right. We're good. Ready? High five. Come on. There you go. This is episode 38 of the Mulberry Podcast. I got a buddy of mine with me. Known him since high school. We knew of each other, but just recently got in contact and all that and been talking, and he wanted to come on the podcast and just talk about some stuff, man. This is Rayshaun Vance.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Nice to finally be on here. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I like to say, like, what's different between your podcast and everyone else's is range. You know what I mean? And I think that's what really makes podcasts great, because, like, you put yourself in a corner and, put yourself in a box where, you can only talk about sports or you can only talk about music. But no, just, like we talked about before this, when you get different people and you talk about different stories, and then it's just everything. You don't limit yourself.
Right.
And, like, you're just going to blow up, bro. Like, you got the recipe. Like,
thank you, bro.
It's crazy.
Appreciate it, man. Man, I wanted to start off, you used to have the fucking...
Here we go.
You used to have the long hair, man.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
That's how I remember you by the dude from Golden Valley with the long hair balling out there.
Hey, yeah, it was time. I think a couple of my friends know the story, but yeah, I had long hair for like 19 years, dude. Funny story was when I was little, when I was like 5, and my mom took me into a barbershop to get a trim. And then the dude actually cut more than what she expected. And then she actually got hot. She tried to fight the dude. So it was hella funny. But that was the only time I've ever really got a cut. So my hair was banging for 19 years. And then when I wanted to go to the Air Force, I wanted to, get used to having short hair. And then just cut it off, man. It was different. But I wish I would have cut it sooner, honestly.
Think so?
Yeah, but honestly, for football, it saved me from a lot of concussions. I feel like too, being running back,
Yeah.
So it was good and bad.
No, that was like your staple, man. That's how you get recognized.
For sure, hell yeah.
So I see you got the growth gear on, man. You want to talk about that?
First of all, shout out to my boy PG Jones. Yeah, man, this is his brand. Kind of, we're doing the thing, man. A little merch, you got the backpack going on, the sweater, a little beanie. It speaks for itself, growth, an oath to growth, whatever growth means to you. Growth means to me is just, I try to grow every day, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah.
So I just try to take steps towards that every single day. And yeah, I like the brand. For me, I'm simple. I'm plain Jane with it.
Yeah.
His designs are dope to me, and we're just trying to spread it out, get the word out.
Has he ever talked to you about what his inspiration was for starting it?
I think, if I remember correctly, it was just first of all, so growth. It's for growth, though. It's PHOR and then growth.
Okay.
So the PG, his initials, it was like his signature. You know, he wanted to get to the NBA.
Oh, that's dope.
But he wanted to find a way to keep his signature in line with the clothing brand. And he said he was sitting in his business class one day, and then he just made up his mind. He was just like, I want my brand, and I want to be my own boss. You know what I mean? So he started pushing this, and yeah, maybe one day he could, because me, like, I know I'm missing a lot of information. He told me the story a million times, but I mean, hopefully one day you could bring him on and
most
ask
definitely,
himself.
bro.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool story. Great guy, man, and it's just like he's growing, man.
Yeah. So you are you like you just been helping him push it and helping him?
Yeah, I would like that. It was like a brand ambassador. You know, I wear it. More people like it. More people are starting to buy it. You know, getting their oath to growth. So yeah. I think it's a pretty cool thing.
I think it goes hand in hand when you look at like your Instagram and the things that you talk about and promote.
Oh,
and,
for sure.
Just nothing but positivity and stuff like that.
I think that's why I gravitated to it more, because it was, like I said, in the video that we put, it was like, is everything I stand for. Me, and just being a positive person, just being optimistic. It was just like, for one, I just don't like. I like to think of law of attraction. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that slip into depression and just think about hella negative stuff, and it's just like law of attraction. If you attract negativity, then all you're gonna get is negativity back. So me, I just think I like to flip it. I think the same thing is positive and negative. Like, the more positive you are, the more you start to get positive opportunities, the more you get positive energy back. It's like you get out what you put into the world. Yeah. So,
what are some things that you do to try to continue to stay on a positive path?
Man, meditation, working out, and coaching. You know what I mean? Like, those are all things that, for coaching and working out, I would like to say, like, that's where I vent. Just my mood for the day, whether I'm frustrated, upset, anything. I just want to be in the gym. And meditation is like same thing when I'm frustrated. I think my idea of meditation is way different from a lot of people's. Sometimes my meditation is just like today, for instance. Like, I woke up at like 4:30 and just laid quietly. Yeah. You know what I mean? I kind of like to wake up early, just kind of like before everybody else, even though 4:30, there's still probably people up before me, but I feel like for me, that's where the day is the most quiet.
Morning,
so
most definitely.
Yeah. So I wake up, lay in my bed, and I just just silence. Silence can be good and bad, because for me, like, when it's too silent, my mind runs wild, and I'm just thinking of all these different things in my head, and it's like, boom. So sometimes I slap music. Yeah. But I like to listen to music that gives you food. You know what I mean? Like, I like to listen to turn up stuff when I work out, get pumping, get the juices flowing. But other than that, one of my favorite rappers is J. Cole. And I always feel like J. Cole, he just gives you food. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
And I'm an R&B guy, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I don't know. But I like to listen to just calming, music. But I think that's my idea of meditation. Listening to music, calming music, and then just kind of just waking up and just getting ready for the day, taking it all in.
Yeah. Were you like that in high school as well, or is this something that you kind of like worked on after high school and all that?
Completely different, bro. Like, I hit a whole 180. Like, in high school, I was the guy. Everybody, like, as far as jock, outgoing, party guy, just life of the party, everything, and I was, little reckless. You know what I mean? Always been a kind dude, big smile, but just mentally, I just never really could sit down and just, get myself together. You know what I mean? That just took is a gradual build, like, over time. And I honestly can say, like, I really wasn't genuinely happy with myself until about a year ago. So it's been a long grind, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, people think, like, oh, you know, sports and everything, being the guy, getting all that attention, like, oh, yeah, no, it's good, you know, take it all in. But honestly, it was just like, I didn't want that. It was weird, man. It was hella weird. Like, because I was talented at many things, but it was just like, I wasn't happy.
I feel like when you're really into athletics like that and it's so intense and that's all you do, you don't really have time to think about who you really are or yourself. You're just like in the moment. And the reason I feel like a lot of athletes like you and myself and, you know, others that have been on here and have talked about a lot of the similar things is obviously there's a point where you're not going to be an athlete anymore. You're not going to be able to compete like that. So it's like, okay, now what? Like, were we taught something else? Were we able to have another hobby? Or were we able to find something to where when sports is over, what are we going to do? You know? Because I felt lost for quite a while just because I didn't know what I even wanted to do, you know? So that little stint, like from like 19 to like your mid-20s can sometimes be, you know, just real difficult and like what the next transition is in life.
Man, and just to piggyback off of that, I think I was just talking to a coworker about this yesterday. Just normalizing, like, I will always, and to my players, I will always preach, you know, go the college route. If that's available to you, go it, because, you know, it just more opportunities. But realistically, let's be real, you know, once you graduate high school, I mean, you're still a kid. You know what I mean? You're 18. Yep. People think you should have it figured out. I mean, if you come from like, you know, a family where, you know, you already know what you're going to do, you know, the opportunities were already set out for you, then, you know, it's a different story. But once you come from a household with really no guidance, and then, you know, you got everybody over here telling you, hey, yo, go to college, but you got everybody here, you know, in your household that never even went to college, let alone graduate high school.
Right.
So for me, graduating high school was like it was a highlight. But not for me, just because, you know, I knew that was something I was going to do, but for more of my parents, because my dad didn't graduate high school. My mom didn't graduate high school. My stepdad didn't graduate high school. So the thought of college was just like, it was foreign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't shit. It wasn't something that I thought about. So, but not to get sidetracked off of that, but how many kids really even know what they want to do after high school? There's like that lost period. That, like you said, like pretty much, I would say, I mean, I'm just speaking from experience, but like from 18 to like 23, 24, to where I was trying a lot of things out. I was going through experiences, and then it was bringing me more closer to my passion and just whatever I wanted to do. But I think normalizing going to college straight after high school is not really ideal, because it's just like, I know a lot of people that went to high school or went to college right after high school, got degrees, and not doing shit with those degrees. Like, completely don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. So
for me, at age 25 now, I kind of got an idea on what I want to do. So I think for me, it's the perfect time, like, to go back to college, and I am this summer. So,
shit, congratulations, bro. That's
thanks,
good,
bro.
Man.
Like, it's a lot of experience. And I think life is the best experience, because it's just like it just teaches you shit that you can't prepare for. Yeah. As even if like your parents laid out for, you know, you are going to go through your own battles, and it's going to define you. And I think for me, I like to say to my players and to myself, like, I endure pressure. I love pressure, because I've been in pressure my whole life. But you could do two things when you meet pressure. You can either fold, or you could take it all on the chin and, you know, just, you know, grow from it.
Just strive through that shit.
Strive through it, man. Yeah. And I just seen a lot of people go left, and its mental health is real.
Yeah.
And I thought for a long time, bro, that like it was just like a weak mindset. Like, you know, what do you mean you're depressed? Like, what? Like you're living. You know what I mean? Like, what do you? But some people are living, but they're like dead inside, bro. Yeah. Like, and I felt like that. I've been in that dark place. So like, I take that shit serious.
Yeah.
Like mental health is just like reaching out to people. And that's why I'm so positive, bro, because when you're in that dark place, can't nobody pull you out but yourself, bro. And it's hard. It's hard because it's like you're fighting against yourself. And that's what life is. It's I learned how to play chess for the first time a couple of days ago. I got addicted to it just because I just like the idea of just it's a mind game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to think from the guy across from you, like moves ahead, like 3 or 4 different moves. But life is like playing chess with yourself. You know what I mean? Well, that's what I like to think. And you're just figuring yourself out. That gradual build, little or big. You know, we tend to look at the future and then think about the past. But one thing I'm trying to practice on is just being in the present day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Easier said than done. A lot of people are like, what do you mean? Like, you know, but.
Well, because if you fall into like repetition, your world gets real small and you just feel like there's a lot of gray area when you start trying to think ahead or you're trying to like, what am I doing? Because like you find yourself doing the same shit every day. And then it'll hit you like, what the fuck am I even doing? You know?
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So when you coach, what is like the main thing you want for your kids?
To become overall players.
Right.
And I don't really mean that in a basketball sense. Like I coach, like I use basketball as like a metaphor to life. You know what I mean? Like everything that you were going to go through in here is going to be tools that you're going to apply to life. So I try to make basketball like lifelike, you know, to my players, like just everything you're going to need in life, perseverance, you know, integrity, confidence, you know, being confident in yourself. Just man, dude, just no one like, okay, Kobe Bryant, for instance, rest in peace to the GOAT, man. He even said it, and I think I kind of, you know, went off of what him, becoming an overall player, like, no one set out to be, like, the best scorer. Not like, oh, I'm just going to focus on scoring. You know what I mean? No, like, he wanted to be the best scorer. He wanted to be the best defender. He wanted to be the best passer. He wanted to be the best, like, overall. So I'm trying to make overall players, meaning better overall individuals, you know, put good into the world, you know. I like to just I coach so many different players, and it's just like I want, there's something, whether it's 1, 2, 3, hopefully I'm making an impact to where you're going to make a change in the world, and you're going to affect 2 different people, or you're going to affect 3 different people, like, and just there's so much hate in the world, bro. There's so much just greed, just anything, just so it's ugly. Like, I'm trying to like shine light on all that darkness, bro. And it's crazy because it's just like you're a small town kid, you know what I mean? But I got big dreams, and I always did. And a lot of people like they like say, bro, how do you carry yourself with so much confidence? It's just like, it took me a while to get here, and people even try to call it cocky, but it's just like, damn, like, I feel bad that you don't I feel bad that you don't feel that way about yourself. Like, confidence is something that you wear, like, in the room. It's just like, if I walk in a room and like we're around 10 other dudes, and then I see somebody else's aura of confidence, and then I kind of like, you know, took off, like, boom, like, nah, fuck that, I'm here too. Yeah. Like, what's up? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just how I carry myself. I never see myself above anyone, but I never see myself below anybody. Because you can always learn from somebody. Yeah. Age, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, bro. It's crazy.
So let's say you met a kid that you coached that resembled someone like you, and how you felt in high school with everything that you talked about earlier, but felt like this emptiness still. Like, how have you been able to figure out how you could maybe help a younger you not feel that way and not go through the same process you did? Maybe figure out a better way to, you know, get to where you're at now?
That's a great question, man. And as much as I try to like wrap my head around like an answer, I like to say like,
'cause that's hard, bro.
yeah, because
you can like you can understand what you went through,
mm-hmm.
but can you find different ways for someone who's just like you at a young age to not go through that same process?
I guess for me, just thinking about what I needed back then was guidance. So when I coach my players, I like to just let them know that I am here, you know, for anything. Some of you, like when you walk through those doors, you're going to need a brother. You're going to need a father figure. You're going to need a mentor. You're going to need guidance. You're going to need me to push you. You're going to need me to encourage you. I'm everything that you need me to be when you walk in those doors, you know, and they're all different personalities. So, you know, everyone's going to need me for something different. So I think I just try to be whatever they need me to be. But for me, for sure, it was just guidance. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I think parenting is crazy. And like we talked about, it's huge. But, for me, I like to say there's a difference. Like parenting styles is nurturers and providers. Providers are, you know, they get you everything you need materialistic wise. And nurturers, they might not have all that, but they can give you the things that you need. Love, caring, just all the other tools that materialistic things can't do. You know, I like to say that my parents were really providers. You know, I got everything I wanted. I was in the flyest clothes. I had like new game cleats. I had everything I ever needed. But as far as nurturing wise, I feel like that's where they lacked. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because life experience is just like, okay, without that nurturing, I wouldn't, or just that lack of nurturing made me who I am today just by going through experiences. So it's kind of tough to say, like, if I go back, I would do this. I always say that shit. Like, if I go back, maybe I would have done this. But at the same time, I like who I am right now mentally.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not where I want to be, like, overall. But I think I'm a great-ass person, dude. Like, and, yeah, like.
That's good,
crazy,
man. That's good to think of yourself like that, you know, because if no one else is, you should, you know.
And I stopped caring about what people think of me like a long time ago, bro. I used to sit there and just be like, damn, like, I'm too busy worrying about like 3 people that hate me, but I got 1,000 other people that are over here cheering for me in my corner. But I think that's a human thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we tend to care about what so and so said, but fucking like everybody over here, you know, is in your corner. But we tend to focus on those 3 or 4. But I don't know. It's just I just don't give shit no attention, bro. You hate me? Cool. You know? You love me? Cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Never too high, never too low for me. I'm a humble dude. I tend to humble myself rather than let life humble me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I honestly wanted to come on here to ask you this question, like, because I know we reached out to you, and, you know, we were supposed to do this probably like a couple weeks ago, but I noticed, like, you know, it seemed like you were going through something, like, a little bit. Like, I wanted to ask you, but, like, I'm not one to ask through text. Like, I like dialogue. Yeah. But I mean, if you mind sharing, like, what, like.
It's a lot. It started, you know, with the breakup.
Got it.
So, but it's a lot more than that. It was really just my mental weakness with myself, and I've always been very hard on myself more than anyone. Like, nothing external has ever affected me, like, to a point where I can't function. It's always been internally. It's always been mentally. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes I find myself leaning on others, and you know, when that goes away, it's like I hit the floor hard, right? So it's like, and then you brought up how it doesn't matter how big your support system is, if you're not, like, you have to be able to get up on your own. Like, you have to be able to figure it out. And, you know, everyone listening who I've talked to, there's a lot of people who have, you know, really helped me these past like 3-4 weeks, probably this past month. And like I'm very appreciative, and like I'm very thankful for that. But at the same time, it's like when it's all said and done and the conversation's over and, you know, you hang up the phone or whatever, it's like it's still you.
Yeah.
You're still here. And that's where I felt like my world was really small and I didn't know how to get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say I'm a pretty heavy drinker, like I have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately stopped that because I have, you know, in the past been down this road, and I know how difficult it is. And for once I wanted to finally like attack it head on and do it in a healthy way, find healthy ways to get better, because maybe it won't just temporarily solve it, but maybe permanently, to where I can be at peace with myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, making those substitutions.
Yeah. So I quit drinking. I took one day at a time. I try to keep my mind busy, you know, just I love to create things, and I get inspiration from other, you know, creators and stuff, like podcasts and, you know, even music, and I would just try to really get into that and try to find inspiration. Dude, but the one thing that helped me the most was on Saturday, I went snowboarding, and I used to snowboard all the time, and I haven't snowboarded in like 6 years. And I was really sitting here thinking like, okay, I used to ride my bike. I used to race BMX, but I have like a bike. I would ride around town all the time on like Saturdays. I have had a skateboard at one point I would fuck around on outside. I would go do shit. Like I would snowboard. I was doing active shit. And then there was a point where I stopped doing all of that. And I realized I would work, because I work a lot. So I work, and then Friday, Saturday nights, I would be drunk. And then I'd wake up and I'd work, you know, the following week. And it was just
became a habit.
Yeah. And then I really thinking like, what am I actually doing with my life? I'm not doing anything. I'm working, and then I'm, you know, just getting intoxicated all weekend. So I was like, I need to expand again. I need to get out and do something, because like I'm still a competitor at heart, right? So like when I went snowboarding, like it just felt really good, man, to just get my heart pumping and like do that active shit, you know? And also just being up in the mountains and just a change in scenery, you know? And it just felt really good, man. And that day, like, you know, I had no service, so I'm not on my phone. I'm not on social media. I'm not looking at shit, because that shit gets bad, bro. Like, where it fucks you up even more. But then it's like you can't not be on it. You're always looking at shit. You're always just scrolling. And it's like, bro. So getting away from that, I was just like, wow, man. And I got done, and I came home, and my body was beat.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You get whooped by the snow, bro. I know.
I slept like 10 hours, man. That's the most sleep I've gotten in like months. And I woke up Sunday, and I just felt really fucking good, man. And something came over me, and I just like felt better.
Hit that switch.
Just hit the switch. And I knew it would happen, but usually it takes me a lot longer because I don't handle it correctly. And for once, I think I finally took responsibility, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go through this. Like, I accepted it. Like, I'm going to go through this. Let's do it a healthy way.
Yep.
Like, let's figure it out, and so it doesn't happen again, you know? So, yeah, man, just being able to get out and get out of my small little world just really helped me, bro. And I honestly feel a lot better. Like, that's 360, good. Man.
That's good to hear, bro, because kind of like one thing that you said about the social media thing, I'd like to do social media, like, detox. Kind of like
it's important,
bro. Like it's in, like, that's why I deleted Twitter, bro. Twitter is so toxic.
It's toxic as fuck. I just have it for the brand. I have no personal social media,
man,
like at all.
Like honestly, if I wasn't coaching, I'd probably be on it less. But now, like, I think social media, like, it's good and bad. Like, it's good if you know how to use it. You can use it as a tool. You know, like with
utilize it correctly.
Yeah, utilize it correctly, and then, but it's bad. Like, if you get on and you just let it consume you, you know what I mean? Because you get on Twitter, I deleted Twitter because the first thing I got, I'm depressed. Oh, I want to die. I'm just like, damn. But seeing sometimes like if you're a person and like something's relatable to you, so when you see that I'm depressed, oh shit, I'm depressed too, I want to die, oh I feel like dying too, and then you just get consumed in it, and then it was just like, man, like it's toxic, man. And I know people that are just really like social media heavy, and it drives them crazy when somebody says something, one bad comment on it, and then they just fixate their whole mind on that the whole day, or maybe even the whole week if they let it. Like, I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I get it, it's technology, but sometimes, man, you just gotta get away. Like you said, those getaways, they're necessary, man. Traveling, being active, staying busy. You know what I mean? I think just learning something new every single day. Like, that's my goal. Learning something new every day, picking up a new skill, whether that's, doing something physically or just mentally, just something that I could take towards the next day.
Yeah.
And I think that's the future. It's just like, boom, my future is just tomorrow, because I don't know what's going to happen on like between now and shit the rest of the day. You know what I mean? So I just like to just, boom, all right, do something today that's going to set me up for tomorrow. And then like that, boom, boom, boom. That way you don't fall into that repetition.
Yep.
Like you said, you would work all week, drink, work all week, drink, work all week, drink. Like I've been there. Everyone's been there.
And then not facing, your issues that you've been ignoring for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And just using other outlets to just ignore it. And I didn't want to be like that no more. Yeah. I just wanted to be okay with myself. And because at the end of the day, if it is just me, that's all I need. Mm-hmm. I don't need, to have other people dictate how I'm going to feel, because shit changes in an instant, bro. Like people jump ship left and right, friends, family shit. It just, you got to be good for you.
Man, you said it. And kind of like what you said is just like accountability within yourself is huge. Like, because you got to be, like you said, you got to be like, nah, dude, hey, you're fucking up. Boom, get back on track. Yeah. Or, nah, dude, I can't do this because I got to do this today. Because what I like to tell, like, my friends and everybody, I was just like, dude, when you're down bad and nobody has your back, that's when you got to be your own biggest fan, because it's you. Yeah. It's you at that point. So you can't let yourself, like, be like, fuck, boom. No, you got to pick yourself up. You got to get out there. Like you said, like, and that's my problem. Like, I've had toxic relationships to where, like, it's hard for me to get another relationship because I got my back that much. You know what I mean? I built myself up to where, yeah, I'm a good guy, but sometimes I just don't let myself go easy because I'm too like, nah, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Nah, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Like, I can give love, but I can't really let nobody love me because I know, like, the power. Like, if you know what I mean?
If you allow yourself to become vulnerable, that's when, and if, like, they leave, that's when it's like, fuck, dude, But that's what's scary about it, but,
But playing devil's advocate, but you have to be vulnerable in any situation, bro. Like, because that's where you grow. Like, a lot of people, it's just like, oh, I keep my guard up. Well, if you're keeping your guard up and you're trying to talk to somebody and try to date them, you're not giving them all of you. So having your guard up, you're basically playing fraud, and that's no fair to the person that's trying to love you fully. Yeah. And I feel like that's where I was. I was that guy, like, yeah, like, we'll do this, but I always had my guard up, but I was no fair because I wasn't being vulnerable. I wasn't giving the best of me to the person that, you know what I mean? But I'm going with that.
Yeah, that was 100% me. I can admit that, and I've been able to accept that, and a lot of, like, selfish things just because I was, feeling like I was protecting myself, right? But at the end of the day, you're really not. You're just hurting yourself even more in the long run, and that's kind of what happened. So it was a learning experience. I took it as a learning experience, like, everything's okay, between us, and it's like, it's fine, like, we talked and it's all good, but I still need to, like, take care of myself before anything else.
100%. Like, and I think that's where I'm at too. Like, I'm in the process to where, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, people have tried, like, to reach out and, like, want to get in relationships with me, and I'm kind of like, it's tough because I'm always in, like, growth. I'm always in, build mode, to where it's just like, okay, well, when are you, like, done building going to actually like let somebody come in and, you know, settle down and stuff. But it's tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's tough because it's just like obviously like you, like I'm hard on myself, so I always think like there's something to build on,
Or
you know
more
what I mean?
more you could do.
Yeah, more I can do. So I kind of get lost in work to where it's just like, boom, I got to do this, boom, I got to do that, boom, I got to do that, and not let myself even enter that realm.
Yeah.
Or it's tough because like, who knows, maybe she could be my best wife, maybe she could be my best wife, maybe she can be my best wife, but I never really let it get to that point because I'm working on me.
Yeah.
I'm working on me. So it's something that, like, you know, as I talk about it more, I get more awareness of it, and I just grow with it. Like I think that's my biggest thing, is growing, like in terms of relationships or letting myself go. But yeah, man, it's all work. Like I said, I can actually look myself in the mirror and be like, okay, you know, I like you. You know what I mean? And that was the biggest thing for me, because if I didn't like me, like I was honest with people. I don't like me, I can't let you like me, because I'm not gonna be who you need me to be. And I'm a person, like, if I do it, I gotta give it 100%. So that wouldn't be right for you, you know, if that would be selfish of me, and I'm getting out of my selfish acts.
Yeah.
So I'm just an honest person, bro. Like I'm real black and white. What you see is what you get. But yeah, bro.
That's good, man. That's good. It's all a process, and I think the biggest thing is just understanding the mistakes from the past and like learning from it, and not ignoring it or falling into the same repetition of that, you know. So that's where I'm at, and it honestly gave me a lot of clarity, and I feel a lot better just moving forward and going like, okay, I know what to do when that, you know, whenever that is again, next time, like I know how to handle these situations like healthy, like properly, you know. So,
and that's life.
Yeah, that's
life. You learn and you change. You know what I mean? You only fall back into those bad places if you come across the same mistake that you did make, and then you make that same mistake again, or you
get the same outcome,
you do the same,
like,
you know what I mean?
Dude.
You're like, fuck, like, and that's what people like. Oh my God, girls, bro. I want to talk about that real quick. I know we've been talking for a minute, but a lot of girls, man, I get it, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of backlash for this, but there's a lot of girls that get a lot of dirtbag men, and they try to make them whatever their idea of a king or whatever. But when you get done wrong, like, it's just like, dude, that dude was a dirtbag, but you refuse to, you know, see the red flags, and then you go to the next dirtbag guy and the next one, and then you're complaining, well, why am I never happy? Pick a different guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that guy isn't the one that you think that it looks good, maybe he's not for you. You know what I mean? Maybe the corny guy over here with glasses can give you everything that guy can't, but you just don't like to mess with him because, you know, the looks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, vice versa, guys too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He might not be as cute to them or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is too. Like, a lot of people complain, but they law of attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That definitely goes both ways, and yeah, I think a lot of people deal with that, feel the same way, think the same way. But speaking on just different hardships and stuff, we talked earlier before the pod about the younger generation, the younger kids now versus when we were younger, and just kind of the culture, I guess, itself and how it's gone. You know, we talked about, like, you know, a lot of the fake gangsters and doing all the extra shit, you know, that you see now on social media. What do you think that's from, man? Is it like the music, bro?
Definitely.
Because like when we were in high school, what we have, like
Lil B. Little B.
Shit, we were like, man, it wasn't no like SoundCloud type shit, you know?
No, it wasn't, not at all. We had, we had
Drake coming
Drake.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, we were in love. We were in love.
Bro, that's even like Trey Songz was popping. You know?
We thought we were in love.
Lil Wayne.
Man.
Lil Wayne was probably like the most gangster when we were younger, you know?
Yeah, bro. We were 16 talking about she loving the crew. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wow. But, yeah, man, it's 100% of the music, you know, and you get consumed in it, and that's all you listen to, and then that's all you want to be like, you know, that you fall in love with that lifestyle.
So I think it started with the drill, man, with Chief Keef. Bro.
Oh my God!
You know why? Because
that was us.
Yeah, because my senior year, like we were acting wild just when like Love Sosa came out and like
every time,
300 and like all those songs. I think that's where right when it started, bro.
Or sorry, younger generations. We take the blame for it. We take the blame for it.
Yeah, Chicago.
Nah,
drill,
but y'all
man.
y'all are wild. Y'all ain't got it.
I know we were out there doing this with the hand gestures. You guys got actual guns. Like, why you are at school, bro? What are you doing?
Oh my
Go to class,
gosh, bro. Yeah, bro. Now I think about it, yeah. But then now these kids, they're just, you know what it is. The more that social, because for us, what was it? Junior year, that's when Snapchat really came out, and I think Instagram was barely starting to really.
Social media was just starting to take off.
Yeah, and Twitter. So now
Twitter was lit back then. It was fun.
What? Remember Twitter? You would like no pictures, no nothing. You would just say something, and that was a tweet. It was just like words,
and people would have like convos on there, like, "Yo, who's all going to the basketball game tonight?" And like people would actually talk to you. Like now, it's like nobody, everyone sees your shit, but ain't no one even like interacting.
Bro.
You know,
these kids got their social skills are terrible,
man,
terrible. But yeah, man, just it's the music, because you just fall in love with that lifestyle or the idea of that, and then they got a gun, oh, so you want to get a gun, or they're popping pills, so you want to pop pills, and because you think it's cool, but not knowing like the outcome to that. You know, if you're not like who that guy is in the music video, maybe he's really like, he grew up like that. Maybe that's his lifestyle. That's, you know, he didn't have a choice. But, you know, you're this kid that, you know, live in the suburbs, and, you know, you're on YouTube and you think it's cool, and then, oh yeah, you get with your friends and you guys want to get guns and pop pills, and then you run across trouble. These this younger generation is wild, dude. People are dying. Like, and it's the younger kids, like, you know what I mean? It's sad. It's real sad, man. But
I feel like you're around it, or do you see it more because you coach?
Yeah, dude. I see the ones that really, because for us, I think growing up and playing in sports, Pop Warner, just anything like that, you've seen the kids that were going to head that route just because their family, they had no choice.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
You could tell, you know what I mean? But nowadays, like, you see these kids and you like, I'm like, dude, you don't got to be like that. Your family makes this amount of money. You know, you're not in a toxic environment. You're just doing that just because you got free time and you got the money to go purchase those drugs, and it's insane, bro. But like I said, we don't have a lot of positive role models to tell them otherwise. We don't have no resources in the valley. You know what I mean? That's kind of like why I got into coaching, is because, like, growing up in an environment that was rough, you know, like, everything. I seen it all growing up, drugs, everything, you name it. But I aspired to be nothing like that. I aspired to be the change, or, you know, to show that you can make it out of any of those circumstances.
And then did that just come from you? Like what made it different for you to feel like that versus?
It was just waking up and then wanting more, dude. Like from that, yeah, it came from me. I had a couple coaches that used to preach that to me, but, you know, as a kid, you know, I couldn't really fixate my mind on what they were talking about. But, you know, getting older and becoming a man, it's just like, damn, this is what they were trying to tell me. And I hate the cycle, because it always like that. You never understand it then until, like, you go through it.
Yeah.
But my thing is just, like, the more you just keep talking about it, the more that you just keep making them aware to it, and then getting them to talk about it. You know, I think that's big, because I think for me, I was talking about, like, they were talking to me, but I was never talking back.
Right.
So it wasn't like therapy. It was just like, yeah, I hear you, but all this other shit is going on.
Yeah.
And they never really got the chance. They never really pulled me aside and be like, hey, you know, what's really going on? You know? And I think that's what I'm doing now to this younger generation is like, I'm letting them know that I'm there for them, but I'm also like, hey, trust me, everything that you've been through, I've probably seen it, heard it, done it. Come talk to me. You know what I mean? Making them feel comfortable enough to vent. You know what I mean? And venting is important for everybody. I think it's a part of like the mental health thing. I think men need to vent more. You know, we were growing up. I seen this one thing and I posted. I talked about it. Men were always taught to just like once you cry, once you fall, anything, hey, get up, be a man.
You can't show that.
Yeah, you can't show. Like you can't show emotion.
Sign of weakness.
But like it's just like be a man. What the hell does that even mean? You know what I mean? Now you got the men's suicidal rate in the world it's up. It's the highest because you got all like I mean I know it's tough being a woman in the world. Like I know it's tough. I don't know because I'm not a female. I don't have your body, but I know being a man ain't making it no better either. Because being a man, you have to be the leader of the household. You have to not show emotion, but actually be there for everybody else. You have to not really show your problems because everybody else has to come to you and you got to carry that shit on your shoulders. Then go to work. Then do whatever else, you know what I mean? And all this shit just weighs on you till you just break down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The toxic masculinity.
Facts.
You know?
And I hate that term, be a man, because what the hell, a man is, my idea of a man is just, I don't know. I'm still working that out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's not the stereotypical version of being a man about being tough and not being able to show emotions. Because the more I talk, is the more I'm getting comfortable with myself and my skin, and yeah, I'm not really driving myself insane. Yeah. You know what I mean? With the pressures around me.
I'm definitely trying to break away from that too and just try to be more in tune emotionally, you know? So that's really what I've been trying to work on is being comfortable with myself emotionally.
Yep.
That's something that I feel like I wasn't really taught at a young age as a kid. Just very like high intensity, like, you know, especially with sports, just, you know, win. You know, like be the best you can be. You know, you fall down, you get back up, which is great. It really is. But that can't be the only thing you're taught as a human being in general, man or woman. Like you cannot be taught just that. And because there's so much more to being just a human being in general. And when you're not able to like understand yourself or understand why you feel the way you feel, it's really hard to even seek help because you don't even know what's wrong yourself. It's like, what's wrong? You're like, I honestly don't even know, you know, and that's kind of frustrating. So that's been quite a battle with me. But I do feel like I'm starting to figure it out and just starting to accept it. Like it's all right to feel these things.
It's okay, bro. Like, and like you said, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be, you know, just not feel your best every day because there's this quote. It's just like you can't have the rainbow without the rain. You know what I mean? Rain comes first, and then the rainbow. Like it's okay to go through pain. You know what I mean? It's okay to, you know, feel just different. It's okay to not feel your best every single day, but it's just like you said, just understanding that. All right, it's okay to not be okay. Then we can just, you know, move on from there. You know, tomorrow, okay, I wasn't okay yesterday, but today I'm gonna try to be the best.
Yeah.
And like, but not be the best is like win mentality, but just, I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's weird to explain to everyone else because, you know, obviously my normal is different from your normal.
Right.
Life is all about perspective. So what I see in my lens is way different than how you see it. And, but I think that's what's tight with the world because you find similarities in others, but you're also different, but that's what makes you unique. You know what I mean?
And that's also helps you learn just for this, just having different people on and hearing everyone's different perspectives helps me look at you know, from my lens differently, and maybe I can take something that you said and apply it to myself, and it's like, oh, okay, you know. So that's all it really is just experience, man.
And learning a lot. I like talking to people because you learn a lot through dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, picking up different things like from other people and applying it to your life. For you, I think it was great. Like I talked about, like you're gonna be fine because range, like diversity. I've seen you have like a lot of different people, like different colors here, and I think that's what's wrong with the world. Is just not really. I mean, we have to explore different cultures because that's where you build that understanding.
Yeah.
And then that's how you learn how to move. You know what I mean? But our schooling systems and everything are not really, it's not really that way. Hopefully, I mean, I know they're starting to make different changes in it, but I think it's just like, yeah, we have to explore different cultures because I can rub elbows with anybody, man. Black, white, blue, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, any race, anything. But that's just my character. You know what I mean? I grew up in the Valley, so I mean, how can you really be racist in the Valley, bro? Like, went to school with Mexicans, Asians, like whites, everybody. You know what I mean? And I got all friends in different races, like. So I think it's really crazy, like how, you know, people grow up in just like in those hate environments.
That's just the lack of diversity and the lack of knowledge, you know. And as a kid, you're gonna soak up whatever your parents tell you.
Facts.
So it's like, but I always say there is a point as a person, you get to an age where you can think for yourself, and you should be able to be like, all right, yeah, like
that's wrong.
That
like,
doesn't seem
you know
right.
What I mean?
You know, even though like maybe my parents told me that, or you know, however my grandpa feels, it's like, you know, I love you still, but it's like I don't feel that's right, you know, and I'm gonna live differently and think differently for myself, you know. So there is that point where you need to think for yourself.
Yeah. Like you're not ignorant for not knowing. You're ignorant for knowing and not willing to change or do something like that. That's what ignorance is. But like you said, like certain people that grew up racist were just like, that's all they were taught, and you can't blame them because that's just in the household. Whatever your environment is, you tend to either gravitate towards that or just like you said, get to an age and just want to be nothing like that.
But man, with social media, it really shouldn't be that much of an excuse. Even if you grow up in such a sheltered environment, like if you have social media, bro, like you have access to everything.
True.
You have access to all knowledge that's on the internet, bro. Yeah. Like it's like you're definitely choosing to just say fuck all that, basically. For sure. You know?
Heck yeah.
So that's how I feel about it all, man. But man, this has been like a really uplifting conversation, man. Like just a feel good. I really appreciate you coming on and just talking with me, bro. No, like I know I didn't want to do it, you know, like 3 weeks ago, but I was really excited for you to come in and we just talk about shit, man. Yeah. You know, because it's honestly what I needed, just to have a conversation with somebody. For sure. I haven't really been talking to anybody, you know, just kind of like trying to figure out on my own, but it does help to have those conversations, man.
It's therapy, bro. And like I said, appreciate you for having me. Like, cause like I said, I know you're gonna be big, bro. Just watching the growth and just the way you do it, like it's just your natural conversations with people just flows. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro. Like I'm excited to be here. Also, you know what I mean? Had to come on here and you know leave you with a little bit of merch. You know, everybody get your merch.
Word. Thank you, bro.
That's for you, bro.
I appreciate this for real. But yeah, I'm gonna have the. So you have a website and like Instagram and all that?
Yep.
I'll put all that in the description, man, for everyone to see.
Appreciate it. Like that's what I'm all about, bro. I'm all about supporting everybody, especially the locals. You know what I mean? And just like you said, growing. Like a lot of people think that you gotta go with yourself and you gotta grow individually, you know. But there's a saying, it's like if you want to grow fast, you know, you grow alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. So like I said,
I like that. That's dope.
That's what I'm all about, bro. And like I said, whenever you want to do this again, or just if you need me for anything, shit, reach out, bro.
Appreciate
Even
it,
if you
man.
want to talk, bro, reach out, because I'm always down to talk and that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
This is Rayshaun Vance. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Just gotta, make sure I'm respectful with it, But this is the Mulberry Podcast, and we'll see you guys.
Mulberry.